Okay, so we're going to get started in making a screencast video. Right now, I'm on Google. So my first step is I'm going to go to Screencast-O-Matic's website. Now, once on their homepage, if you're working on one of the lab computers in the Mac lab, this should already be installed, so you should not have to install the software. If you're working on your own computer, you'll want to sign up and download the free plugin to be able to launch the recorder. Something I want to point out here, that this is available for Chromebook, Mac, and Windows. So regardless of which computer you have at your future school or your current school, you'll be able to use this software to make instructional videos. So since I already have the plugin installed, I'm going to click Start Recording for free, and it's going to launch the recorder. I'm going to have to click that one more time. Okay, it's launching the recorder. You might get a little pop-up window that will ask you for permission to run the app, and you would say okay on that. Now I'm gonna change some preferences here. I'm gonna record both my webcam and my screen, and I have to give it permission. Okay, so now you'll notice in the lower right-hand corner, I have the webcam. I can adjust how that looks. So maybe if I want to start the video and say be in the middle, and then I can move off to the side. I might make multiple videos. I'm going to keep this just in the lower right hand corner so you can see me as I work. Now we also want to set some other preferences. Now since we're going to use the free version, our maximum recording time is 15 minutes, which is plenty of time. We're going to record the full screen at 1080p. I can see that my microphone is working because I see these little green lines bouncing. And then I might come over here to preferences. So option P would let us pause. You might want to explore these more on your own. I'm going to click OK to that. But once I'm ready to start recording, I'll hit the record button. Now, since we won't be doing any editing of these videos, we want to capture our title screen right at the beginning. So I've created a Google Slides presentation. You can see there are just 2 slides in here. So in the instructional video that I'm going to make, I'm going to show it's a demo of Screencast-O-Matic, but I have some objectives for you today. So I'm going to show you how to adjust the scrolling direction on an Apple computer, and then also adjust the tracking speed of the mouse on the same computer. This might make using the computers in the lab a little more intuitive with the direction of scrolling and the tracking speed. So I am ready to start my video. So I'm going to click record. It gives me this countdown. Okay, now Screencast is recording. Now this is a little interesting what I have going on because I actually am making 2 screen recordings right now. You'll notice this little circle up here says that's my stop button, so I'm also recording in Apple's built-in screen recording tool. So here's my demo of Screencast-O-Matic. Here are my objectives. I might want to read them out to my students. Objectives: number 1, adjust the scrolling direction on an Apple computer. Number 2, adjust the tracking speed of the mouse on the same computer. And I'm going to ask my students to come over here to the system preferences. We're going to click on this little gear. Okay, I'm going to go to the mouse. And currently I already have it the direction that I like it. We notice that there's a little video over here that shows that. But if I click on scroll direction natural, this is kind of the default. So it's, if I keep that up there, if we scroll down, it moves the page up, which I find very strange. I don't really understand how that's natural. So I keep this not on natural. You'll also notice that I have adjusted the tracking speed. This controls how fast the mouse moves. So if I put it slow, I'm going to have to pick my mouse up and drag it. If I put that to fast, then my mouse can move across the screen without much physical movement on the desktop. So those were the two things that I wanted to show in this video. Pretty basic tutorial. So I'm going to close that. And then you'll notice I have a timer over here running in Screencast-O-Matic. So my recording is 1 minute and 52 seconds. I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to click Done. Now we're going to get a few options here. I can play the video. Okay, now Screencast is recording. Now this is a little interesting what I have going on because I actually am making 2 screen recordings right now. You'll notice this little... So that's enough of me talking for that section. Now you'll notice you have 3 options. We can upload this to YouTube, we can upload this to Screencast-O-Matic, or we can save the video file. For our assignment and for your project, you need to save this video file. So I'm going to click on this option, Save Video File. Type MP4, that's good. File name, I want to give this something a little more memorable. So recording 20 isn't that memorable to me. So I'm going to call this mouse scrolling. Okay. And I'm gonna select a folder. So maybe I might come to my desktop, and I've already created a folder called Screencast, and I'm gonna save it in there. Okay. The highlight cursor, you'll notice in the finished video, we'll put a little circle around my cursor so you can see where I'm pointing and clicking. And the last step will be to click Publish. Now, once I do this, you'll see it's publishing to the file. This might take about a minute, so we'll wait. Okay. So if I click on this button, Browse, I can see the folder. So I have mouse scrolling. Here's my video. It tells me I made it today at 11 a.m. and it's 29.5 megabytes big. Now the last step, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to send this to Drive. So I'm going to create a new folder, and maybe I'll call this Screencasts. Okay, I'm going to go inside that folder, and I'm going to click New, File Upload, and I'm going to go to my desktop, my Screencast folder there, mouse scroll, okay. Alright, now we're almost done. We're not quite ready to submit. The last thing I need to do is I need to make this file shared. So I could click on the sharing preferences. I could also click on right click on the file. I'm going to click Share. I'm going to click Advanced. And I'm going to change this. Right now it's just private. I'm going to change that to On Anyone with the Link. This is something that's very important. Do not pick On Anyone at Weber or On Anyone at Weber State University. We want this On Anyone with the Link. And you'll notice Access Anyone, no sign-in required, can view it. That doesn't mean I do not want you to set it to edit or comment. We just want to be able to view it. Okay. Save it. Oh, and then you might want to get the shareable link. Okay, so I can copy that link, and you will paste that into your reflection cover sheet, just like you've done with every other assignment. And that concludes our introduction to using Screencast-O-Matic.